Hello, my beautiful souls. Welcome into your daily read. We're going to talk about Sunday. I, of course, hope you're doing well. I'm trying not to be too loud given it is about midnight here, as you can see with the lighting. So let's jump into it. We're going to use the Light Seers deck. I did hear right before one of the many attempts to get this reading started, I heard the message of the choice is yours. The choice is yours. And you can see how I was just like looking around. I feel like the day also highlights the fact that you're a little bit maybe spacey, very much, they're saying ADD or just having things take your attention left and right, feeling maybe a bit all over the place if we're being completely honest. But there's a focus on what's been stressing you out. All right, maybe it's the lack of this or that. It could be, certain circumstances with where you're living, where you're working, maybe a connection or two. And we have the Two of Cups as well, the split deck. So I feel like you may be thinking about how someone else may be a bit stressed as well. There's a sense of you thinking about growth throughout this day, needing to focus upon how far you've come and remember that you are within control. Because it feels like at times, given going back to that message, they're saying the overall message, the choice is yours. You're forgetting at times that the ball is in your court, that you have the choice, right? I mean, to an extent, things are destined and planned out and spiritually guided, obviously. But it feels like you need to remember that with your intuition and spiritual guidance, you can choose, okay? There's also a focus on important communication, whether it's you reaching out to somebody, maybe a business, hearing a location, an environment is now what I'm getting. Or you could be receiving this communication more so, but either way, it feels like there is important communication throughout this day, and this could set you up for more success. But we have a lot of cards that came out. The Fool card, Page of Cups, the Moon card, the Ace of Pentacles, Ace of Cups, and the Nine of Wands. I want to point out the fact that we do have the two aces out of the four coming out. And so it's a day where there is a huge highlight on things churning in the right direction for you, okay? More abundance to come. This could be, again, part of that communication we were speaking upon and that choice that you seem to be a bit fuzzy about is what I'm getting. But the Ace of Pentacles talks about the fact that either way, regardless of what this abundance looks like for you, this communication and that choice, once again, we're needing to notice the fact that money is very heavy on our mind. Emphasis on the word heavy as they put it in caps for me. I need to recognize that when we adapt or carry forward that heavy mindset, it's doing us no, as I can't speak, it's doing us no justice, okay? And it's not helping us manifest. And so take a deep breath, basically, is what they're saying, and allow for your connection with your finances, your money, regardless of what you're going through at this time and have been going through, allow for it to be lighter, okay, and healthier. But the Nine of Wands, because for whatever reason, and they're saying for a lot of us drawn to the reading, like myself, the past few days specifically, have burnt you out. There may also be a focus on your dreams or one in particular, but I'm getting physically, especially your legs may be a bit burnt out. And so do find the time, the space throughout this specific energy period to rest, all right? But the Moon card, the Page of Cups, and the Fool card, because it feels like there is a leap of faith right around the corner for a lot drawn to the reading, but you don't have full clarity on it. Or maybe you have full clarity and have been given this time and time again, or maybe a couple times, but you're still wanting more confirmation, just wanting it to come in for you, or for you to get to that point sooner. You can't rush divine timing. But I feel like when this comes to be, even when you think about it, there's a glow that comes to be for you, all right? Meaning your aura, your vibration, your glow once again. Was it this attempt? I don't think it was. In one of the other ones, I was looking around and basically Spirit was saying you may be feeling a bit all over the place in that sense where things are taking your attention. You're very curious. Your mind's just going in a million different directions potentially, especially for those of which who hear Spirit clearly. But there's a need to fall back into the way things are happening and to not try and force things in the way that you maybe once did have. They're saying that's a habit, but more so for a lot drawn to the reading in the way or the ways that you feel instinctively guided to do so currently. Does that make sense? Allow for yourself to learn from this and move forward and flow in a more efficient manner, even if you think you're flowing quite efficiently. Anyways, the moon card talks about mystery once again and feeling a little bit heavy in energy, whether it's due to your empathic ability, like myself, your spirituality, like myself. It could be, simply that environment, but that's energy, my friend, whether you want to view it that way or not. Your connection to the moon, whether it's early morning and or nighttime, that's going to take a highlight. And I also feel like something, whether it's the sleep of faith or something else, something's not all black and white. You're not seeing the full clarity, the full picture once again. But they're saying don't let that lack of clarity in so many different ways get in your way. All right, not the best repetitive wording, but once again, you get the point. Let's pull a couple more. I'm also hearing a little bit nervous, all right? And I can totally relate, I can totally relate to that when it comes to the recent days and, me moving recently. But for whatever reason, you may be, or maybe more so pertaining to someone else's energy, a bit, spacey and energetically a little bit nervous, okay? Some of which you might be picking up on someone else's energy at a distance, but some of which it as well or simply is someone closer to you. And by that I mean physically. But the Two of Pentacles coming out because I feel like it's a day where you're going through a bit of a balancing act and maybe weighing out the pros and cons. Again, going back to what I was saying about black and white and that not being the case. But I feel like you are very, very intuitive being drawn to this reading, and that needs to be trusted wholeheartedly. There's something about this day showing you evidence that due to your caring and, growing, prospering nature, you are seeing the wheel churn for your advantage, okay? You're seeing things progress, and I feel like you're being reminded in certain small ways, and maybe when it comes to that communication, once again, we're winding back to the earlier parts of the reading, that risk was the right choice, okay? And for somebody drawn to the reading besides myself, there are two risks that they may highlight as purposeful and on point, even with maybe certain rocky or difficult aspects of which. But they're saying it's going to be more so smooth sailing moving forward. And if you've been feeling a bit clumsy recently, watch that dissipate as the day trickles forward. But it feels like it's a day where you're reminded to look within for the answers and stop trying to more so look outward. And I can relate because I do, especially recently, I've been very much relying on, spirit and, tarot cards. But when I take a hot second and actually trust what I feel, I'm a tarot reader, right? You don't have to be for this to be relevant. But again, trust how you feel, okay? Take a hot second and look within. And where's the Six of Cups? Oh, that was a different attempt. Think about what you've gained, what you've learned, what you've been through. And how that can benefit your decision-making process and how to proceed forward strategically. And they're saying, before we get ready to wrap up this reading a bit early, it's all about how you dance with life, with your decisions, with your intuition, with spirit, and not letting little things get the best of you is key for you, okay? I feel like there is a focus on the color black for whatever reason. It may be another day where synchronicities are coming into play, where Spirit's saying, look this up, look that up, notice this, notice that. And I feel like this is definitely beneficial for you. And so I sense that there are going to be, for a lot drawn to the reading, certain moments where you think something negative and they push you to look at an angel number or a color or an animal or maybe something in nature, or it could be another physical item. And it's your job, your move, you're getting that push to look up the meaning of which to improve your mindset in a more positive direction. It doesn't have to be that exact scenario, right? But it feels like there are moments like that throughout the day for a lot where Spirit is helping you, okay? I want to pull one more before we wrap this up. The Ace of Swords at the bottom of the deck, as well as the Hanged Man. Yeah, it feels like a day full of little adjustments and pushes, pulls, guidance, and bits and pieces of clarity flowing in, but more in the upcoming days. And so they're saying, quiet your mind, look within, trust what you're feeling, what you've gained, and you're going to gain a ton more moving forward. And I feel the need to end it with these two. Even though, once again, you're feeling burnt out and you've been through a lot, and things aren't meant to 100% improve and become perfect per se, in the upcoming days, but things are going to feel more abundant and things are going to shift in your favor. Again, going back to the Wheel of Fortune. Okay, so that's what I have for you. I hope this was truly helpful. Sending you so much love and light. Go enjoy your day, and I'll see you next time.